Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new NYC. It's called Smooch Proof Liquid Lip Stain. I did pick up 3 of the shades. I believe they had 5 to offer, and I did pick these up at Walmart. These were extremely cheap. I believe I paid $2.47 a piece. When I read that they were stains, I immediately picked up a bunch of them. I love stains because you can wear a deep dark shade and it's gonna look more natural on your face, even though it's a darker color, just because there's not a lot of product there, if you know what I mean. It's just like what it says it is. It's a stain that stains your lips, so your skin is actual stain and there's no product left on your lips. There are some things that I do not like about these, and there are some things that I do like about them. First of all, the applicator. I really like the doe foot applicator because it makes it really easy to apply. As far as the consistency of these, they are really thin, which didn't really surprise me because it does say it is a stain, and if it's thick, you know, that's not really a stain. It's a bunch of, you know, product or goop going on your lips. It goes on nice and smooth. I am wearing this shade in, what is this shade called? The shade I'm wearing now is called Perpetual Mauve. The name of the actual shade is only on the wrapper, so once you take the wrapper off, it's nowhere to be found on the tube. One thing before I forget to mention, you do not want to apply a balm under these. I made the mistake of doing that today, and I don't know if you can see the difference from my top lip from my bottom lip, but my bottom lip looks kind of lighter and there's a film over it. The balm made the formula kind of, I don't know, curdle up or whatever. It just made it not so nice. So as you can see, my top lip is different from my bottom lip. I did wipe off the film from my top lip, and the top lip is just the stain, so without the lip balm. So it does look beautiful. Just keep in mind, do not wear a lip balm underneath. The taste of these is, I wouldn't say extremely bitter, but if you go to lick your lips, it is a bitter taste. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just bitter and unpleasant, and when you do kind of, you know, if you do happen to lick your lips, it kind of feels like if you were, I don't know if anybody's ever licked chalk, but I have, I don't know why, but it kind of feels like if you lick a piece of chalk, it has like that powdery feeling, and then you get this like taste of bitterness. However, once you let the stain set, it does not take that long to actually stain your lips, so you can like dab off the leftover bitterness. Or what I do, I just kind of put my lips under the water and go like this, and then just kind of let the water rinse it away. I know that's going to be too high maintenance for some people, but it's not a big deal for me. So like I said, if you do go to lick your lips, you can taste the bitterness, but like I said earlier, if you do rinse it or kind of dab it off, the bitterness is completely gone and you're just left with a beautiful stain. So that's kind of, a lot of people are not going to like that. I don't like it, but I like the product enough that I'm willing to kind of rinse it off and then just be left with the beautiful stain. Right now I do have the shade in Perpetual Mauve on it. I'm just going to wipe it off because I still have that bitterness kind of taste on my lips. And once you kind of dab it off, I mean, you can even wipe, and you can see that the product really doesn't go anywhere. So it is a nice stain. Now, as far as the lasting power of the stain, you do have to reapply it every 3 to 4 hours. One thing I do like about this, when this does start wearing away, which is usually in the traffic area of your mouth, once you go over it again for a second coat, this formula is so thin, it goes over it so nicely. It may look not as great before you reapply it, but once the new fresh coat is on, it goes over it so nicely. So it's not one of those products that, you know, flakes and chunks off, and once you go over it again to reapply, you know, it just looks like crap and chunky and like your lips got burnt or something and they're peeling. So I do like the, if you want to reapply it, it does work really nicely. So here I have all 3 shades swatched. I did swatch them right out of the tube, and then I swatched them earlier so you can kind of see the stain they left behind. This first shade here, the one in the stain that's left behind, is called Perpetual Mauve. The one next to that is Unforgettable Fuchsia, and the one next to that, the orangey red color, is called Get Noticed. The best way I find to apply these for myself anyways is to go ahead and apply a first coat, let it dry for 10 minutes, then go in with the second coat. And then after that, after you let it sit for 10 minutes, you can kind of dab off with the cloth or rinse your lips in the sink like I do, and then just kind of towel dry them, and then you're left with the pretty stain. However, I know I did say they have a bitter taste, and they totally do, but the bitter taste does not find its way in your mouth because it doesn't move around on your lips. Like, you're not gonna taste it unless you actually like lick your lips. It's the only way you're gonna taste it. So that's kind of nice because sometimes I'll just throw these on and just leave them with that bitter taste, and I just don't lick my lips and I'm good. So I know I said earlier they have 5 shades. They did have a lighter shade, which I'm kind of regretting not picking up now, but the lighter shades never seemed to swatch true to color. And then they had one darker shade that was kind of it kind of looked brown in the packaging, and you do get a fairly close stain to the packaging, at least on the 3 that I picked up. This one right here in the middle, this darkest kind of purpley fuchsia shade, this one's called Unforgettable Fuchsia, and you do really get a fuchsia shade, which is pretty darn close to the packaging if you ask me. As far as the color that's on my lips now, this one is Perpetual Mauve, and it's a little bit deeper than what the packaging shows, but overall, you know what, they did a pretty good job matching the packaging with the stains, at least the 3 that I picked up. And as far as the feeling on my lips, they definitely don't hydrate my lips, but I don't tend to notice them too much on my lips. They don't really bother me. They're kind of, you know, they're a comfortable stain. They're not the most, you know, moisturizing and best feeling on the lips, but I definitely will continue to wear these. Like I said, the bitterness, the taste, if you don't lick your lips, you're not going to taste it. So I just don't lick my lips and I just leave it on there because I do appreciate a long lasting stain. And honestly, like this, I think this looks really pretty, and I just love going out and then, you know, I have to apply it once every 4 hours and it continues to look really nice. But these definitely aren't going to be for everybody. I consider myself kind of laid back when it comes to lip products. Like, if it's really bad and goopy and going outside the lip lines and it's not working, like, I won't wear them, obviously. So overall, for me, I will definitely keep wearing these. I do really like these. So I'm just going back in with the shade Perpetual Mauve, and you can see it's a little bit darker than the tube. If it's coming off red on camera, it's not red. It's definitely like a deep, dark, kind of brighter pink color. So I'm just gonna go over this stuff I have on so you can kind of see. See, it's really thin. And it's, you know, it's fairly easy to put on, so I do like that. And keep in mind, if my lips look a little bit dry, like my lips are always dry unless I baby them. So as far as it drying out my lips, I don't feel like it definitely didn't help them, but it didn't really make them worse. They just kind of stayed the same. I wouldn't recommend these to anybody just because this kind of product is definitely a personal preference. Some people are going to hate these, some people are going to like these. I actually really like these and will continue to wear them. But with that said, these are really cheap, so if you want to just pick up one to try it, I mean, have. And a good thing about these is these products do say they're kiss proof only if you wipe off the excess bitterness part. If you leave that kind of bitterness taste on your lips, I noticed when I was kissing my husband the other day, he got a little bit of, you know, the shade around his mouth. But once you kind of wipe off, you know, once you reapply it and you wipe off your lips and then you go to kiss, like, you're not gonna get any transfer. This is definitely gonna be a miss for a lot of people, but also a hit for a lot of people. I think they're kind of a hit for me. Let me know if you guys try these. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, have an awesome day.